Hey, what's good, everybody? This is Adnan or AD in the Clutch, and I just want to talk about some recent NBA news that just happened with the Phoenix Suns, as they've been all over making headlines. The main topic I want to talk about is Bradley Beal being selected as the guy to run the point for the Phoenix Suns, and I think this is a pretty good move, and it's obviously this for now their only choice they can make because they just traded their one true point guard and campaigned to the Spurs for some draft picks. And I do believe it's a good deal for Bradley Beal. He's going to be taking over all the duties and assignments required to run and properly, facilitate for the Suns. I mean, I think it'll be easy for him because he's been known for doing it for many years with the Wizards. So I think it only makes sense for him. And what I see with this move, this reminds me a lot with what happened with James Harden. For most of his career, he's been known as playing a shooting guard, but up until recently, past couple seasons, he's been playing a lot of point guard responsibilities. During his later days in Houston, and also in Brooklyn, given a very similar situation with KD, Kyrie, and Harden himself, and then now with the Sixers, he's also played point guard. He's been very good for the regular season. Some could argue he actually had better, more efficient numbers, playing point guard. So, James Harden, he's been known for gassing out, in the playoffs, being all tired. So, I think with Bradley Beal being slightly younger and more hungry and more primed to want to make a run, I do believe it'll be good for Bradley Beal to play point guard. And then I do believe if this does work, it'll sustain all the way through the playoffs. And who knows, maybe the Suns will actually crack the code, and solving this issue. But worst case scenario, if it doesn't, I do believe they'll trade DeAndre Ayton for some assets, but mainly they're going to try to get a true point guard to stabilize the team if it all fails. But I most likely believe that if it works with James Harden, as an amazing talent as he is, I do believe Bradley Beal, being younger and more athletic and having a goal-driven mindset of trying to win a championship with the Suns, I do believe I think it actually do work. But this is kind of like trading for a new point guard will be their plan B. But yeah, I like the move overall, and hopefully this will work out for the Suns on their quest to winning their first championship in franchise history. And to add on to that, the Suns have been making some moves. As I mentioned earlier, they traded a campaign to the Spurs for a couple draft picks, so they're trying to stock up on some assets. So maybe they might, have more pieces to be able to make a trade in the middle of the season, or possibly leverage, in the future. Maybe they're trying to get someone from the buyout market come, February or March. Maybe that's what they're trying to do, to create as much cap space as possible. Who knows? But right now they did sign Bol Bol, who recently played for the Orlando Magic, and this past season he averaged 9.1 points per game, nearly 6 rebounds a game, 1 assist per game, 1.2 blocks per game, shooting about 55% from the field and about 27% from three. And I believe it's a good signing for the Suns. They do need size. They desperately need depth, on that bench, and they kind of actually have answered it, which I'm about to get to in a little bit. And hopefully Bol Bol has an opportunity to get his drive, his mindset going right, being on a championship contender. Because one of the main criticisms on Bol Bol is that he doesn't work hard, or he doesn't put enough effort, and his health, hopefully maybe with the Suns, with a championship winning coach in Frank Vogel, and having a championship leader in Kevin Durant, and having superstars around him, maybe this will motivate Bol Bol to to get himself in better shape, to be more efficient. Maybe he can, use his size and his length to his advantage. So maybe because the Suns, they won't need scoring, because they got their big three to take care of that, So maybe they'll put Bol Bol as his role, mainly just collect rebounds and play defense. I think that'll be a great great role for him, and he won't be under as much pressure. And the spotlight won't be on him as much because everybody's so focused on the big three or potentially big four, depending if Ayton stays. And yeah, so I do believe it's a good signing for Bol Bol. Maybe this is possibly his last chance to prove that he belongs in the NBA, and he can prove that he belongs. So I really hope the best for him, and I hope he stays healthy, and I hope he can impress his coaches and bring in the effort night in and night out, so he can have a long career in the NBA and possibly contribute to a championship winning team. And as I mentioned earlier, one of the biggest problems when we all saw the Bradley Beal trades to the Suns is that is their depth. We all thought like it's gonna be just their big four and a bunch of minimum guys, and but surprisingly they actually have some pretty good names on there. They got as a recording, this is their roster that I see right now. They have obviously Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, DeAndre Ayton, Eric Gordon, who's known as a great three-point shooter, and yeah, he might be a little bit older, but I do believe he'll be great to come off the bench and give you about 10 points. Maybe in crunch time, maybe he'll calm the guys down. Being in high pressure situations from his experience with the Rockets, so maybe he can be a huge asset, a huge veteran leader in the locker room to keep the guys afloat. Yuta Watanabe. He was a fan favorite from the Brooklyn Nets, and he's known as a great hustler, and he's overall a great player, and he actually has a history with Kevin Durant, both of them playing in Brooklyn, so some familiarity will be good, to keep things afloat and make the transition for both Durant and Yuta very easy. So I like that. They're keeping Josh Okogie, Damian Lee. As I mentioned earlier, they brought back, they're signing Bol Bol, Jonathan Goodwin, and Keita Bates-Diop. Pretty decent bench. It's a lot of offense I see right there. Hopefully they can address their defense. Maybe I feel like in the middle of the season, they'll probably look for a bunch of defensive role players in the buyout market, or maybe if someone is a disgruntled star and wants out, and they get bought out of a big contract, maybe that they'll sign with the Suns, because I don't believe that this is the last of the Suns roster. I just can't see it. I mean, defense does win championships, and right now this is mostly an offensive team. So hopefully they'll probably bring in some defensive guys, and they'll probably clearing up the cap space and the assets to do so. And I do believe that the Suns team, with a few defensive players, I do believe they can be legitimate threats for the title as long as everybody's healthy. But that's a huge if, given their top three's injury history. So overall, there's surprisingly better offseason for the Suns than we all expected. Like I said, I would watch out for a couple more moves for them, and we'll see how it goes from here. So let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think about Bradley Beal playing point guard, the Bol Bol signing? Are the Suns done with this roster, or are they going to keep making moves? And overall, do you believe that they're legitimate title threats? Please let me know down below. I would love to hear them and talk to you guys about it. And yeah, we'll see you guys real soon. So thank you all so much. God bless. I appreciate you all. Have a great day.